Cops discover an evil husband's house of horrors. Let's watch, shall we? This footage has never been released to the public.
911, what's your emergency?
Hey, I'm a bus driver and one of my students just passed me a note that says his mother needs help and that his dad is hurting her.
Oh.
Have an address.
Yeah, they live on, it's the first house when you turn into the neighborhood.
Okay, officers are being dispatched now. Can you stay with the child until law enforcement arrives?
Yeah, so I'm just parked outside the neighborhood.
Dude, W bus driver.
This is what the Las Cruces Police Department were informed of on April 23rd, 2021.
All my bus drivers were really mean. I'll try to hand them a note and be like, go sit down before I whoop your ass. You and your mother up. Don't ever. I'm driving. This is your safety. And then just be like, I don't know, so rude and mean.
The night before, Veronica had endured 12 hours of what could only be described as a living hell, all because of her abusive boyfriend,
Look at the
Eric
top of his
Alvarado.
head.
At this point, fearing for her and her children's life, the main thing on her mind was to call the police. But Eric had confiscated her phone and refused to let her leave his sight.
She on the family
However,
plan?
Eric and Veronica's son still had to go to school.
You see how that sound creepy and terrible, dude? Confiscating phone, parents. Leave the phones alone. Let the kid have the phone. What the I like my mom over to give me your phone. I want to scroll on Instagram. What's the problem?
This gave Veronica an idea that would save her and her family's life.
All 911. I'm lying, by the way. All y'all little kids need to get off the phone. Honestly, the world would be better if you did. Respectfully.
Can you explain to me what's going on today?
Last night he was taking me a lot.
He was shaking you?
And stuff with the pillows.
Holy
He
shit.
picked me up. He got my head against the cabinet, and then he slept on top of here. And then my kids were screaming and crying. And he said that he was either I die or he's gonna have a shot with you guys.
What the
Veronica is clearly distressed and just thankful that the cops are here to save her. In fear of her life, she wrote a note behind Eric's back saying that she was in danger and to call 911. She passed this note to her kids in hopes someone from their school would call the police. The note was given to a bus driver who immediately called the Las Cruces Police Department.
W bus
the
driver,
cops
bro.
need to know exactly what happened. Veronica just told them that Eric would have a shootout with the cops if they came, so they know they're dealing with someone either dangerous or delusional, something they would quickly find out.
Were you trying to get away from
Okay,
him?
he wanna
or
get
what
shot.
happened?
I just started doing whatever he asked me. He would even tell me to follow him to the bathroom when he needed the bathroom. He would make me pick up the seat for him.
Okay.
He said, "Are you gonna let me?" And then I was just like, "Well, neither." And then, but I was crying for my mom. He's like, "You really think I would do that?"
He didn't try to get out and he didn't
Yo,
forcefully try to
this is
keep you
crazy.
I've tried before and it never works, so I just stayed quietly and I stayed up on the bed. I rolled like to try to get away, and he would just pull me closer and hug me.
Okay.
But I didn't have a phone to call you guys, so I
Jesus,
just
bro.
What happened to your phone?
He has it, but he always takes it because he knows that I'm gonna call.
What, are they talking to him right
so
now?
the marks on your face, is that from him or? And not from him.
He got busted
And
lit.
then
Listen to exactly what Veronica is saying. It's obvious that this isn't just a one-time thing.
Yeah, what's scary is she's like mad normal about it. Like she's she's so calm about it. You know what I mean? Like it's just like normal shit. That's scary, bro.
She's using phrases like, "I've tried before and it never works," implying that she'd almost given up trying to escape him. This is known as learned helplessness, a condition where an abused person starts to believe that they're powerless to save themselves because of the repeated abuse and perceived lack of control.
Jeez.
Unfortunately, it's more common than you might think. On average, it takes 7 tries for a victim to escape their abuse. And every single one of these failed attempts would start to make them feel more and more powerless, as though control of their life is slowly slipping away.
Dude,
Given
if
that
I ever get like stuck with some dude, I'm gonna be like, I'll suck your dick for free, I'll suck your dick for free. And then when he put his in my mouth, I'm gonna bite down, and I'm gonna rip it off. tear it off. It's not going nowhere. It's mine. That's what I would do.
Veronica has a 5-year-old son with Eric. The abuse might have been going on for years, with her essentially resigning her fate
Like
to
his would be mine instantly. Like he would be Kenji. I'm just saying, like he would have none. His meat all deep in my mouth. I'm like, I tear it off like a alligator roll.
violence and
My fault.
manipulation. If that's the case, then her son's actions should be even more celebrated, finally freeing his own mother from a relentless cycle of
Can you explain to me what happened first yesterday?
We were arguing. I think he was just more frustrated because he was yelling at the kids, and then he started to get upset with me. He got upset because I didn't cook, grabbed himself something to eat, and he told me to cook garbage and give it to him, but it's because I had the baby in the bed and I laid down. She was getting upset every time I walked out.
Okay.
And then so I came in here all mad talking, and
Okay.
I was right there by the microwave, and I slammed it to close it because he had his food in there. I was gonna heat it up, and he told me to shut up, and then he got up and pulled me from my hair and pushed my head toward the
Jesus, bro.
cabinet in my head, like when like that, and it's like
What triggered that? He's just crazy?
My eyebrow hit right here.
Veronica
get it.
continued to tell the officer about that night's abuse, how he choked her, threw her around, and grabbed hold of her so
Dude,
hard.
I'll fly in that like Superman. Haas, get your hands off. Haas. You want to fight? I got the key. Sorry, I'm sorry. I apologize.
That she
I just
couldn't
wanna use
force
my new
his hand
hands.
away to save herself.
Yeah, I was holding onto his arm, but he lifted me up.
Get off
'cause
of her.
he's so strong. He lifted me up and he slammed me on the counter. My kids were crying at the same time. My oldest son
Okay.
came out.
What did you feel when he grabbed your neck?
I don't know, like I was like trying to fight to get it off, and then all of a sudden, like my body just started feeling weak.
Feeling weak?
Jeez, bro.
Yeah, and I felt like I was underwater and I couldn't breathe. When I was just like trying
You
to
was
calm him down.
suffocating
like, oh,
her,
baby,
bro.
I love you, please stop, this is not. But I was just like, because I already know how he is.
Directly after being choked almost to death, she's still pleading with him and telling him that she loves him.
Pop his
Obviously,
off.
it can't be discounted that this was just an act to get him to stop. But again, this is a very common reaction. Eric has likely used either love bombing or intermittent reinforcement to manipulate Veronica. Love bombing involves initially showering the victim with affection and attention, forming attachment quickly. And intermittent reinforcement involves quickly alternating between kindness and cruelty. Both of these
Whoa.
create a powerful emotional bond and dependency on the other, making it much harder to leave.
So that's what my
despite
ex did to
making her
me.
feel like this.
Talking about, are you scared to die? And I'm like, yes. He's like, how does it feel? Because you almost died. And I was just,
Okay.
if it just hurts, it's painful. He's like, why are you scared to die? Like,
Do
and then
you-
I said, because my kids.
But the last little piece of information the cops get might just be the most important one, and unravel why tonight's got so out of hand.
How long has this went on for, dude?
From PTSD,
Okay.
depression.
And he hasn't took his medication either.
I don't care what.
Yes, it takes so much help. He has anxiety, bipolar.
Yeah. So the only thing that set him off was the whole him not having food ready and all that.
No, it was the kids. He was yelling at my son.
Okay.
And that if anything gets him upset, he gets really, really upset.
Apparently,
Dude.
Eric suffers from PTSD,
I
depression,
don't give a what you suffer from, bro. Hit you with that Mika Makamuka. You want to hit your girl. What's wrong with you?
anxiety, and bipolar. He's supposed to take a litany of meds to keep him stable, but that night, he hadn't taken any of them. Of course, this isn't an excuse for his
Yeah, it's
behavior,
no excuse,
nor is
bro.
it to be assumed that many bipolar people would ever act in this manner, but it could be a possible explanation for the severe and continued abuse.
How long have you been with him?
On and off for 7 years. There's a time when he sent me to the hospital, but I didn't press charge.
So you
Because I
never.
felt bad, because he always calls me just like, I'm sorry, this is that.
Manipulation,
Has he ever
bro.
been charged with domestic? or
7
anything like
years
that?
is crazy.
In Las Cruces or New Mexico?
With his previous, with his ex.
Help his little
Not with you.
Yeah. And a lot of times I drop the charges because I feel bad.
Eric is clearly dangerous and needs to be locked up, but that all depends on if Veronica is going to press charges this time or let herself be manipulated out of it
She
again. But
better,
before she can
bro.
even make that decision, the other cop comes into the room and lets them know that they need EMTs on the scene immediately.
When you were standing up and you
Eric's
started-
having a seizure.
Oh.
Sorry, I don't know if he was making him do himself. Is that
I'm
not-
like, yeah, no, I call him. Oh, my battery died on my radio. Hey, can I borrow your phone? Oh, it's dead too. Oh, that's tough. Damn, that's terrible.
Is that normal for him?
Yeah.
He gets like that when he's really upset.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not acting in an angry way. He does that, and sometimes like he'll fall on me, and like I can't pick him
Oh,
up.
okay.
So panic attacks are normal for him.
It's been out in a week.
He says he has knives in the drawer, so.
It seems as though Eric has had a panic attack and needs help from a medic. The thing is, the cops can't be sure if this is a genuine reaction or another way to try and guilt and manipulate
die,
Veronica.
bro.
But either way, they get the fire department on the scene to check him out.
Does he need to go to the hospital, boys?
He's wanting to go.
Oh, he's wanting to go? What do you think?
We're trying to just take a blood pressure. That's about it. His oxygen's good right now. It's at 98%. Heart rate's fine. A little elevated at 98, but nothing crazy.
Do you take your medications for PTSD and the depression?
No what?
Do you take medications for it?
Yes.
Are you current on your medications?
I don't trust him, bro.
So we always recommend heading up to the hospital, especially because he has like PTSD, bipolar depression.
Medically, everything seems fine with Eric, but they still decide to take him to the hospital temporarily at his request. In the meantime, Veronica is now curious about the rest of the process.
Dude, I just know there's gonna be like some YouTube comment like, you shouldn't wish that on someone. He has anxiety, and anxiety is really serious, and he's beating his wife. Don't stop typing to me. I just know there's some dumb and every time we react to this like this, he's hitting his girl. What are we talking about? I just know there's some in the comments already.
Has made a decision
He's a
on
terrible
if she's going to
person.
press charges.
Objectively speaking,
Okay.
don't care about anxiety.
I'm starting to remember a little bit. It's like I didn't think I'm gonna be that long in fucking jail. I get partnered up real fucking quick.
So I know you said you want a restraining order. So we'll work on getting that. Usually it's going to be an emergency restraining order.
Would I be able to press charges on him?
So in situations like this, it's up to the state to pursue charges. So usually we go through with no matter if we have charges, we're gonna go through with the charges whether you want to or not.
I should
Oh, okay,
press
fire.
charges when I couldn't even open my eyes.
Emergency restraining orders are common in cases of domestic violence, especially where there's children involved. Courts
They're gonna
are
press it
often
anyway,
available
chat.
24/7 for the
The charges
filing
are
of
already gonna get
these,
pressed.
And in open and shut cases like these, they'll usually get approved on the same day. That means that Eric physically won't be allowed near Veronica, her kids, and likely their home unless he goes through a rigorous legal procedure. But it turns out that might not even matter, as it looks like he's heading straight to jail.
It is going to be a 48 for him.
Take his ass.
He's going to be cleared already.
As long
I'm
as he's
sorry.
clear, he should be fine then. It's gonna bring me the.
Send him to jail.
Can't get a district court judge for the ERO.
From this point, the officer fills out the restraining order and takes care of some other paperwork and investigation around the house. But the day isn't over for Eric yet. Far from it. He was taken to the hospital, but as the officer figured, he was discharged almost as soon as he got there. That meant that it was his turn in the spotlight, and he was handed over to the police, who were going to make sure that he got exactly what he deserved.
Stand up, face me. Turn around for this officer.
Slam him on the ground. Fight back. You can do it. Throw him into the wall.
Yes, bro. Alright, but well, before we take you in, alright, you're gonna be placed under arrest, okay? CID is the one that are gonna take you to charges. Unfortunately, I don't know them. But you are gonna be served a
Emergency restraining order. I would suggest not contacting her, writing her, going to the house, none of that.
As the officer mentioned, the case was handed over to CID, or the Criminal Investigation Division. In even simpler terms, the detectives. Usually a case is passed over the CID if the crimes were particularly severe, or if it requires the specific resources or skills the CID have. In this case, it's very likely the chronic abuse and psychological manipulation that warranted their intervention. As to truly unpack what happened here, it would require an expert to dig deep and use their skills to figure everything out. That's why less than an hour after he was released from the hospital, he was sat face to face with a detective that was about to grill him for his side of the story. Unfortunately, Eric didn't exactly make that easy, and it ended with him back in handcuffs and on his way to a cell.
Eric, Detective Bardo with the Las Cruces Police Department.
There's no way he's like, he's saying he didn't, bro.
What happened last night? Okay, so you're here for a reason, and I'm here with you for a reason, and that's to get your side of the story. If you're gonna tell me nothing, I'm gonna go ahead and
Liar.
proceed my investigation.
Tell them what we
Right now, this
want.
is your chance.
I'll do it to you.
I'm not there yet, but I'm in an investigation. I'm investigating you.
I don't feel good, man.
Okay.
I want to go.
All right.
Why? I was gonna smack him with my man. Come back.
So the last thing that I need to do was get your side of the story. Since you're not going to give that to me, I'm going to go ahead and charge you with 3 counts of aggravated battery on a household member.
W.
2 of them are strangulation. The other one's going to be suffocation. Or 2 of them be suffocation. One's going to be strangulation. Battery on a household member, and also deprivation of property to a household member. 3 of them are going to be felonies.
W.
What? Why are they felonies? What did I do that?
3 felonies.
He said.
You want to talk to me about it?
But like, what did I do? What did you say?
I don't know. You were there.
What did I do? Oh, you need so you want to know what you did? Hold on 1 second, chat. Hold on. You don't know what he did. Hold on. I'm gonna show you exactly what you did. You staring at me? You staring at me? I'm making Mocha. Come here. Stop, don't run. I'm making Mocha. That's what you did. Take them hands. You like that? What's up? That's what you did. Now think twice about it.
I didn't.
You were there.
Nothing. I didn't do nothing, bro.
Okay.
I didn't do nothing.
Stay with that. Stay with that story.
I want to know what the
I'm not going to tell you anything because you don't want to tell me anything.
W,
As it
bro.
turned out, Eric would only be charged with 2 counts of aggravated battery of a household member, 1 count of battery against a household member, and deprivation of property. And with Eric safely in cuffs and in a holding cell, the police had only one more job to do to put Veronica's mind at ease.
Hello?
May I speak to Veronica, please?
This is her. Yes?
Okay, just real quick, I wanted to let you know that I'm gonna go ahead and charge Eric. He's gonna have 3 felonies, which is gonna be aggravated battery on a household member. 2 of them are strangulation. One's gonna be strangulation. The other one's gonna be battery on a household member, and the other one's deprivation of property of a household member. So another thing, I'm asking the officer to call a Sky report to CYFD. Because of what he exposed the children to. They'll probably just reach out to you, ask to see the conditions of the house, make sure that they're suitable for the children.
I know because...
Dude, what I would do if I was her, I would go to, or just like in any situation, what I would do, right, chat? This is what I would do. I would get like a super hot man, like 6'4", and muscular, all that. Go visit, do a visitation to when he's in jail, and they'd be like, "This my man right here. He love me and treat me right." And then I leave, just so he has that thought in his head, like, "Oh damn, oh, she upgraded," type shit, you know?
What happened, but then at the same time, I
Kenji,
know-
my fault. I'm just
I don't
thinking.
want to say this. I accept what you're doing, but there won't be any way he can see his kid.
There will be, but it's got to be in different terms now. The way you guys had it, it obviously didn't work because look what he's exposing the children to.
As of July 2024, Eric Alvarado is still awaiting sentencing and is being held without bond. However, based on his charges and history, it's estimated he'll likely spend up to 8 years behind bars. With intervention and checks
not
by
long enough.
CPS, the children will also receive treatment and care for any trauma or caused by their father, and Veronica will finally be free of the horrific treatment caused by her evil husband. And remember, none of this would have happened if not for what Veronica's 5-year-old son did that morning, being brave and strong enough to reach out to save his mom, changing his whole family's lives in one heartwarming and heroic move.
W son. I hope if I'm getting my with my son go get some help, or like if I'm getting jumped, I'm like, "Son, help me!" Like he does something, because if he just watched me get jumped or something, and then he don't want to do no chores around the house, and be like, "Shut up, I'll watch you get your ass whooped, Dad," and then he get real disrespectful, because then I don't know what I would do, because he knows I can't fight. So then what? I don't know. I hope he laughed. That's mean. That's rude. That's disrespectful. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, please. Goodbye.